Welcome back. There's often a divide. Either you're a beer drinker or a wine drinker. But what happens when you stop choosing between the two and just combine them?
Well, today we're diving into the unexpected trend of beer-wine hybrids when grain meets grape to create something delicious. And here to highlight some of her favorite drink is drink expert, Ren Navarro.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show. Okay, so before we start sampling, talk to us about this hybrid of the wine and the beer.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna get you to love it.
Okay, all right.
So what you're using is a Saison base, and you are mixing your wines.
What
but
is
it's
that?
So Saison is a beer style. And it
okay.
is a Belgian beer style.
Okay.
So it's also known as farmhouse ales. And back in ye olden days, it's what you drank before you went and worked in the fields.
Okay.
So it had a lot of nutrients, it had a lot of spices and different notes to it. We're keeping the spices, we've upped the alcohol a little bit, because who's going out into the fields? Not I. And then you are mixing either grape skins or you're adding actual grape liquid. So in it, so you have a higher percentage, but not as high as wine.
Okay, gotcha.
So for Andrea, instead of having 12%, you're doing for Cynthia, you're doing an 8%.
Okay, I love that. All right, so let's get our first sampling from the Burdock Brewing. What have you brought for us today,
So for this, I have brought you Cabo. And so Burdock is in Toronto. And look at that color. So this has Cab Franc.
Okay.
This is skins that they're doing with it. Honestly, the smell, you're gonna get nice peppery notes. You're gonna get little herbaceous notes to this. The color is gorgeous because they're using the skins. And the skins are from Pearl Morissette Winery.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so here's the thing. Ren knows that I'm not a beer person. I'm more of a wine person. So this is an adjustment for me, but I still, it's good.
I like it.
It just tastes like you put some,
Okay. So, but but that Saison is gonna give you some of those peppery notes. The Cab Franc is also gonna give you those peppery notes.
Okay.
So together, you go kind of from like white pepper to more of a dark pepper in there.
Sure. White pepper instead of dark pepper. Okay, so you said that we should serve these drinks in a wine glass. Why a wine glass and not a pint glass?
So you immediately hold it like this, which means that you're not affecting the temperature.
Okay.
If you're in a pint glass, you're heating it up.
Okay.
Once you heat it up, you start losing the nuances of it.
Okay.
Because what you really want are those flavors. You want the bubbles to stay. You've got a nice white head on there. There's got like so much more going. Once you heat it up, you lose a lot of that.
I like this. The thing is I think you have to almost divorce your entire brain from beer or wine and just be like, I'm just going in to play with something fun and fizzy that has alcohol in it.
And
because it doesn't really taste like either one.
Just
You should
I know.
just ignore your taste buds and just don't worry about it.
No.
But I think the great part about this is because there is that difference. Using a Saison base, there's a little bit of sweetness. There's that drying that you get of the wine, right? So when you think of a Cab Franc, you do dry out a bit. This mimicks it. It's incredibly summery.
Our next beer is from Merit. So what have you got for us here?
So Merit is in Hamilton.
Okay.
And this is their happy place.
That's Jess Allen's happy place.
It is.
And it's called Happy Place.
And it is called Happy Place.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
So again, sorry about that. You are looking at Saison base.
I like the color.
But what they've done this time is they've smoked the malt. So you get a little bit of smokiness.
Okay, I like this one.
A little bit of tobacco in there.
That's better.
Again with your Cab Franc.
I'm in a happy place with this one.
Oh, I really like this one. I really like this
Yeah.
one. Not as sweet as the last one.
The thing I think you like is the champagne yeast.
That's what it is.
There's champagne yeast
There's
in there.
champagne yeast in this
Okay,
one.
so talk about that. That's used in the fermenting process. Tell us more.
So you've got a little bit of smokiness from the smoked malt, and then the champagne yeast is gonna give you those bubbles. It's gonna give you tighter bubbles. It's gonna play through your mouth. You're gonna feel it in ways that you wouldn't normally.
I like
When you think of a nice champagne, what do you love about it? You love how like the bubbles dance on your tongue.
That's right.
The bubbles are dancing, baby. All right, so Merit Brewing calls themselves the 5th ingredient brewers. What exactly does that mean, Ren?
It's about them. So, they're doing great food, they're doing great beer. Spinny, who's the head brewer, is a huge wine fan. So he's already thinking of it in different ways. So he's thinking, how can I take something that is regular and elevate it that you'll drink it?
Okay.
So he is, he's putting things in, he's playing with them, he's creating different ways to like just make a beer. And then have it that it can be something that's really fun to share with friends.
Creativity. All right, so our next beer comes from a brewery in Edmonton and it's called Blind Enthusiasm?
It's called Blind Enthusiasm.
Okay, tell us about the Fruitful Pursuits.
So this one is Riesling. Whoops. And hang on.
Oh, we're
going to pretend this has got a cork. Sorry.
Okay.
We got a cork in there.
So what you would have in this is Riesling. So with a Riesling, you are looking at a slightly sweeter. It's got more of those apple notes. It's got the flavors where it's going to be just not your usual kind of bite to it. We're gonna do another Riesling one, so you will get that in there. But this is award-winning. This is a 2024 winning in France. It's just one of those things where they are doing open ferment. So normally when you're brewing, it's all closed. Open ferment means that you're letting the wild yeast get to it.
I love it.
And so both of these do wild yeast. So you get something that even if they replicate it, it's never the same thing twice.
I like that.
Oh, well, and this is good for this happened on live television because if you were to buy this, you got to know that you can't just have your little, you got to have a corkscrew.
Yeah,
You gotta have a corkscrew.
Have that. So our next beer is from Ottawa. So talk about what have you brought from the nation's capital?
So this is Dominion City Brewing.
Okay.
And so this is Wilderness Gothic.
Good color.
I like the name.
Also Riesling. And so with this, you are gonna get those bubbles again, right? So you're looking at tighter bubbles, those champagne bubbles once again.
Oh, again, like this is lovely. It really does marry both flavors of like a little bit of a champagne wine and a beer. I like that. This is a bit more beery, so I can see why.
It's a lot more beery.
This is beery.
Yeah,
beery,
so if you want something a little bit more beer forward, this is what you want.
But I do find though that even when you talk about beer, there are those like herbaceous notes. If you stop thinking beer and kind of focus on the bubbles, and just think in terms of what do I smell? I smell a little bit of sweetness, so that's the Riesling that's present.
That.
So you're getting a little bit of apple, you're getting a little bit of those like warmer spices to it.
Yeah.
All right. No, I hear you. I'm listening. All right, so our final beer is from Winnipeg. What are we sampling, Ren?
We're having Kismet from Low Life Barrel House.
Okay.
And this
That's a great name.
it's red grape ale. The color on this is gorgeous.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Okay. So red grape ale. So this is like more. Again, is this more? Will this?
So they're doing Pinot Noir.
Okay.
So you're going to get raspberry and red cherry.
Okay.
But then there's also Petite Pearl, which, in the theme of hybrids, is a hybrid grape. And that is kind of along the lines of Cab Franc.
No. I'm tasting the notes.
Okay.
What do you think, Cynthia?
I like it. To me, I taste the Pinot Noir. I taste that cherry, that darker. Like
There is a dark cherry. Okay. So do me a favor.
Okay.
Spin your glass.
Okay, spinning.
Now you're gonna release.
I'm gonna release the aroma.
Smell.
Okay, smell it.
You should get dark cherry, kind of like a tart cherry pie. Tell me you get a tart cherry pie.
Okay, you know what? It's tart cherry pie. If you want it to be tart, it's tart cherry pie. All right, Ren, thank you so much for sharing these beautiful brews. And cheers. Cheers. All right, welcome back, everybody. Well, social media has introduced us to food hacks and new trends, so it's no surprise cocktails are going viral as well. But the professionals, well, they don't always get behind these social media sensations.
That's why our next guest is here with her take on some of the latest viral cocktails. Please welcome the founder and beverage director of Liquid Culture, Monica Carbonell.
All right, Monica, good to see you. Look fabulous in the yellow, but let's get into it. A lot of people have thoughts and feelings about these social media trends. I want to get your opinion about it in the cocktail space.
Okay, so I do have a love and hate relationship when it comes to these viral trends. And here's the thing. I'm really happy everyone is experimenting and making cocktails at home, okay? And a lot of them have the potential. But the thing is, you really compromise a cocktail when you're getting sloppy techniques and artificial ingredients. I'm sorry, like all of them have it. I don't know why. Like for example, you have that candy a coffee maker martini that was made. And yeah, I know it looks cool on TikTok. Yeah, it looks cool, but I don't want to ruin a coffee maker for a cocktail, sorry.
That's terrible.
So I'm going to be showing you my take on certain viral trends and how to execute it a little bit more professionally.
Okay, so it's a no to using a coffee maker to make a cocktail. And that was like a take on an Aperol Spritz, right? An Aperol Spritz sangria?
Oh, so this is the coffee press one.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the one
but
we're doing.
instead of the coffee maker, you want us to use a coffee press to do that.
With something a
show
little
us.
different.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the coffee press. We're seeing it in the video. Now you're taking the trend and it's viral, and we're gonna do this right now with the coffee press and the fruit in the coffee press.
Yeah, so actually I love a coffee press for cocktails. I think it's something that I've used in the past before that's really, really nice because it's an easy way to infuse flavors. Now, the only thing that I have an issue with this particular trend is that they open up the sparkling wine, they put in the coffee press and leave it in the fridge for a few hours. You're gonna lose all that bubbly. Like, why would you do that? So you want the carbonation, so I'm building this one differently.
Okay, so let's do it.
Yeah.
Are we helping you, I guess?
Yeah.
You're helping me because you're gonna be pouring it into your wine glass.
Okay.
But let's talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
So that's all we can handle anyway, so it's good.
So I've infused it with honeydew melon. I have some peaches. I have a little bit of grapefruit. And I'm using, instead of Aperol, I'm using Lillet. Because I really want people to experiment more in terms of, like, it doesn't have to just be Aperol. You know, you can use Amaros, you can use bitters, you can use Campari. That's the flexibility of a spritz.
I haven't even heard of Lillet. Have you?
I haven't heard of any of these drinks. You know what? I'm still trying to actually wrap my brain around the fact that there is this, like, this
Coffee
contraption.
press.
Yeah, this coffee press. So why the coffee press? Why this as a bar tool?
Well, for me, I personally love it because it's approachable. You can get really creative with cocktails. It quickly infuses the flavors, and it has a straining component. So you don't have to do anything. Like, okay, so Lainey, what I want you to do is, this has already been infused, okay? So it has the fruit, it has the Lillet, it's been marinating for a few hours, and then we're gonna strain it. Just a little bit, okay?
I love how you wouldn't even trust me to strain it.
Yeah, she's pushing it down for you. She's like,
you look
Let me
scared.
press a little. Okay, I will pour it. I can
So
do
you're
this.
gonna pour about a third.
I'm not nervous. I think you can handle it.
Okay.
So for this spritz, I like to use this French
Good?
press base. Yeah,
Okay.
I do like one part of it and then 2 parts of
hold
the
it.
sparkling component. Okay? So it's super easy. You don't have to measure. You don't have to, go crazy here. Perfect.
Okay, so that's
and then
perfect.
Andrea, yeah, if you can top it off with the sparkling
can do.
wine, yeah.
Girl,
I love this prosecco because it's nice and dry. It's gonna really complement the notes that's going on here.
And really, how much prosecco are we supposed to? I feel like I'm being a little
good.
heavy-handed. Okay, that's
No,
enough.
it's
Okay.
balanced. It's how you like it. So cheers, ladies. Tell me what you think.
Cheers.
cheers.
Okay, let's see. Whoa, that is good.
And if you don't like how sweet an Aperol spritz, do you like it?
You don't like it?
I just don't not like. I like it. I can't taste the fruit.
No.
It's not about the
So it
fruit.
didn't
It's about
marinate enough. It's not zhuzh.
The fruit is just an accent. It's about the prosecco and adding
There
a little
you go.
something
Like,
to it.
thank you, Andrea. Yeah.
Right?
You're probably getting a lot of the prosecco too, as well. just
I do.
because
I
it
was heavy-handed with the prosecco. I'll admit to
Okay,
that. Okay. So the next drink, I'm so curious about this. Okay, so we've all heard of espresso martinis. They're very popular right now. But you're gonna add an ingredient that no one here is gonna guess. It's gonna be a very odd pairing, and we're talking about Parmesan cheese.
Yes. Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I had to take a double look too. Why this pairing of the two?
Okay, well, let's first talk about the espresso martini. It's funny how these simple cocktails with the simple ingredients actually need a lot of specific tools and care to actually make it properly. So a lot of people that have done it in the past or done the viral thing, they're just not using the right ingredients. Now, I want you to think of a few things. The espresso has 3 ingredients: espresso, vodka, and your coffee liqueur. So first off, you gotta go with quality. It has to be a fresh espresso. You wanna use a really good coffee liqueur, so I'm using Tia Maria, and get a quality vodka. So I'm supporting my local Dillons here with their vodka.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about the Parmesan. So, Parmesan has a little bit of acid. We know acid in coffee works in the right ratios, but also think about salt, okay? The salt component that it adds. Salt in cocktails is not new. That's something that we've seen before. And salt in desserts, because I really do consider this a dessert martini, right? So think of like that chocolate chip cookie that has that fancy Malden salt. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it does complement, and I knew that this trend would actually be a winner.
Okay,
you just have to be open-minded.
All right, so Lainey's gonna garnish our espresso martinis with the Parmesan. Now talk to us about the quality or what kind of Parmesan. This seems so wrong. As you're doing it, I'm like, girl, do not. Okay.
And there's a whole talk.
Just fell into the cocktail.
Yeah. Okay, talk to us about the quality of the Parmesan that we should be using.
Okay, so listen,
Oh,
I
so
would
much?
not. Yeah, that's good.
You're having
It's
that one.
good. It's good. Be
Is that
aggressive.
more?
Don't
Yes,
do-
a little more. Little more. Okay, friends. So you do not want to use the Parmesan that is, that sawdust that's already grated. You do want the freshly grated stuff, and the grater matters. Okay, so a microplane, it will get it thin enough. Give it a try. Be open-minded. I promise you, it's not as bad as you think.
The smell when you go in is not. But
No.
You can be honest. It's
It's
fine.
going to be a no from me, but thank
it's
you.
fine. It's fine.
Okay, we don't have
tried
too
it.
much time, but we have to do one more. We're moving on to the shark attack, also called the shark bite. What's this drink all about?
Okay, so this trend, it had a variation of rum, blue curacao, and grenadine. Now, the problem is I find that this country is a little bit hard to get those good quality ingredients, accessible to the general public. So that's why I completely just revamped this cocktail to something that's a little bit more natural. So what you have is... So what you have in your ice mold, which I got a nice shark-shaped ice mold, I poured in a butterfly pea flower tea. Now this is this natural blue, stunning color. And I wanted to use it in the cocktail, but as soon as you introduce any different pH or citrus, it does turn a different color.
wait.
Like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you.
This has got to be better than the Parmesan.
See how we automatically turn purple? So obviously I don't want to give you a purple cocktail, but it worked with the ice. And then in the bath is a strawberry Irish whiskey lemonade. So I made it red to make it seem like after the shark attack. And yeah.
We're drinking the water after a shark attack.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so busy down in the drink. I'm like, oh, yeah, I see it.
And it has your Irish whiskey, it has your Campari, that red component. It's bitter, it's fun, it's
I like
great.
this one.
delicious.
This is my favorite.
This
You
is
like
good.
it?
My favorite, yes.
Okay, good.
This is great. Cheers.
All right. Monica, thank you so much for giving us your take on all these viral cocktail trends.
Welcome back, everybody, to our summer turn-up special. Nothing screams coastal chic like having a fancy drink at a rooftop bar. Am I right?
You're absolutely right. So here with sippers inspired by some glam seaside hotels is beverage expert Monica Carbonell. Monica, good to see you. First of all, you look fabulous. You are totally on theme. Love it.
We had to be on theme here.
Oh my God, so good. All right, so I love that you are taking inspo from some fab hotels for the inspiration for some of these drinks. So give us some tips if we want to do the same thing, to kind of take a theme and like work on it and play with it.
So, do you know the phrase, what grows together goes together?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I know it applies to food, but it definitely applies to cocktails. So for me, I like to search for what's local, what's distilled within the region. Also think about what's seasonal during that time. And lastly, what's the personality, what's the vibe of the place, and pull that creativity from that.
Love that.
So, Monica, we are going to start with our first chic destination, and it is the Colony Hotel. And this place screams glam. It's located in the heart of Palm Beach, which is where all of us came from today, apparently. So that's the look. Okay, so let's move into what you have for me. And you've made me a mocktail today. Yes, tell me about it.
Yummy.
It's delicious. You don't even need the alcohol, okay? It's great on its own. So the Colony is pink. It's fabulous. It's fashion, and it's in the heart of Palm Beach. So that's why that Latin influence, I really wanted to create an iconic cocktail that makes it pink and makes it deliciously alcohol-free.
Okay, what's in it?
So this is called the Pink AF. For alcohol-free. For alcohol-free, okay?
Yes.
And this is a guava-infused pina colada, okay? And this is using a really interesting new product for the market.
yes.
Yeah. So this is the Caleno Dark and Spicy. I really felt like it would hold its own against the flavor. So the pink is from the guava and raspberry that I shake up with everything. With the coconut milk and the pineapple, it's summer in a glass. It's
Okay, so Caleno Dark and Spicy, which is it mimics a dark
Like an
or
aged rum.
like an aged spiced rum. So what other drink would you suggest making with it?
So you're dark and stormy, so adding in a nice ginger beer, maybe a daiquiri would go a really long way as well.
So good.
I know it's pink AF, but it's still fun AF.
Yeah.
Even though there's no alcohol.
Okay, Monica, next up we're going to California. So you have a drink for me inspired by the Surf Rider Hotel in Malibu. This place looks absolutely dreamy. Tell me about the cocktail you've made to match this.
So for me, Cali's all about embracing a more balanced lifestyle. So I actually went a lower in alcohol approach for you. And plus, I really like the homey vibe of this place. Like I pictured you and the kid.
Oh, I love this.
And like the family and Josie
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
So anyway, I shook up something that's lower in alcohol and I brought out a quality tequila. You got the Alita Blanco.
Okay.
Shaken up with celery juice. We have lime. And I made an apple simple syrup that uses the scraps. So I used the peel and the pit while I was doing the simple syrup.
Great
So
idea.
yeah, with
Delicious.
some tonic
I love it
there.
so much. It's sweet. It's earthy. Like, there's a gardeny aspect to
Yeah.
it. Like the celery. It's just beautiful. Is there something other than tequila that you could use in this?
100%. The clear spirits are great. So your vodkas, your gins, even cachaça or pisco would work well. But I did tequila because obviously California, you have that access to some premium tequila. So
Oh,
I
it's
wanted
so beautiful.
Incredible.
Thank you.
I'm next, and we're going to travel to the offshore island of Newfoundland and Labrador for a visit to the Fogo Island Inn. I've always wanted to go here, so take me there via this drink.
Okay, so I made you what's called the Fogo City. Now, Jess, for me, I think of you in your caftan, okay, in doing caftan in the kitchen series, and just embracing everything that is the East Coast lifestyle. So which I know they have a huge food scene. So I pictured you just sipping and enjoying and cooking. So this is a Manhattan-style cocktail, all Canadian, okay? So we're using the barefaced Canadian whiskey from BC that I absolutely love. We got Screech rum because rum actually plays a really big role in the East Coast and the history there. So we use Newfoundland Screech rum, and then we have Dylan's Sweet Vermouth because I love Dylan's already, and I'm so happy that they're making Sweet Vermouth.
What a great play on the Manhattan. This is fantastic. I love it.
Now the only thing is, Manhattans are enjoyed typically with cherries, but I love mine with orange. So I wanted to ask you, how do you want it garnished?
Oh my God, I'll take it with orange, please.
Okay, love it. So you got the peel, and then we're just gonna zest.
Love.
But the orange, I love that citrus component.
I love that.
You express, enjoy. Now it's gonna be even better. Yes, little.
It's perfect.
Oh,
Doesn't it round it out?
That looks delicious. All right, so Monica, you got one more cocktail that's going to bring the glam. We're going to the south of France for this one.
Oh, yes.
To the iconic hotel du Cap Eden Rock. So what are we serving, my friend?
Okay, listen, this hotel is grand. It is opulent. It is sophisticated. I'm like, this is giving me Andrea vibes.
Thank you very much, honey.
I feel like you would really love it. And it's called Le Peach Grand Dame.
Okay.
So this is a take on my favorite, like one of my absolute favorite cocktails, which is the sidecar. And with this, you combine cognac, citrus, and orange liqueur. Anyway, obviously, with cognac, we have to go big. We have to have the creme de la creme, and Hennessy is the show here. I'm using peach nectar and a little bit of lemon, and then the Grand Marnier to roll everything
Okay,
together.
first of all, I feel like a grand dame.
You look like one.
Hitting all the right spots. I know. Thank you very much for that. All right, so if somebody doesn't like peach, what's another fruit they can switch out? Or
So you can do a pear nectar or the apricots or like the mangoes. The thing is you want to stick with the nectar because the juice just, I feel, doesn't hold the flavor as much, especially with these powerful spirits. So I like it to make sure it holds its own, and nectar really does the job.
okay.
Oh my goodness.
Doing
Well,
the
Monica,
job.
this was so much fun.
This
Thanks
was
for having
great.
our summer turnout with this. Oh, keep going in. I finished my first one already. Oh yeah,
I love it.
Thank goodness it's non-alcoholic. Yeah, it's already gone.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
already gone.
Cheers.
This was so much fun. Cheers, ladies. Cheers, ladies. Cheers.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I don't know if you know, but it is a hot tea summer. That is right. Tea-based drinks make the ultimate warm weather refreshers. And here with zero-proof cocktails steeped to perfection is drink expert Evelyn Chick. Welcome back. Okay, so Evelyn, what is it about tea that you think makes a great base for zero-proof cocktails?
I love using teas in any cocktails, but especially zero proof, because depending on the tea that you're using, how the tea leaves are dried, whether or not you use a black tea or something herbal, it creates a really nice depth of flavor and also texture. So you could do something more concentrated like a matcha that we were gonna use, or something a little bit lighter, more florality like chamomile and black tea. It's just fantastic as an ingredient.
Well, let's get this party started. You're making an English breakfast martini. You had me at breakfast and then martini.
And then martini as well. Yes, but the best part, this is non-alcoholic, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's get in.
Okay,
Check it.
so first, what I did was actually infuse a Seedlip Grow 42. It's a non-alcoholic distillate with like lemongrass, ginger, orange flavors to it with some English breakfast tea. So all I did was plop a tea bag in there, let it sit for a couple hours, and now aromatics, super, super delicious.
Ooh, that's nice.
So we're gonna plop that into your large shaker tin right here.
Okay.
Yeah, and then a rich syrup. A rich syrup is just 2-to-1 sugar-water ratio. So it's a more intensified sweetener with
It's a little
lesser
thicker.
volume.
It's a
Yeah,
little
there you
thicker.
go.
That's like a simple syrup, but the ratio's just a little more amped up.
Exactly. Yeah, it gives you a denser sweetening agent.
Okay.
And then some lemon juice.
Okay.
Just like give it a nice pop.
Okay.
The last thing we're gonna do is do a foamer. So this is just aquababa. It's like chickpea water. Yeah, we've used this before
Don't
on the
throw
show.
out your chickpea water.
Don't throw out chickpea water. It's frosted up
Amazing.
without having to add egg whites to it. So you 3 or 4 drops like this.
I didn't even know
Yeah.
this.
There you go.
I'm so excited.
Okay, and what we love doing now is gonna shake it up. We're
My
just
inner
gonna do
bartender
it.
is very happy.
There you go. Okay, so now we're going to strain it into your little vintage teacup.
I got a little too
I got
cold.
you.
That
I
little-
got you. Don't you worry.
There we go.
Okay,
She's
this
got
is
it.
teamwork. Teamwork makes
A
the
little
dream work.
rusty.
There you go.
Over
There you
here.
go.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna strain it into your teacup right
strain it.
here.
Good call, good
There
call.
you go. Perfect.
Oh, it is foamy.
How frothy is that? So it kind
Gosh.
of mimics like a little London fog.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
Pretty.
excited
There
to
you
try
go.
this.
Pretty.
So
Here
this
we
is
go.
your first cocktail. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
everyone.
Cheers.
Ooh.
Right.
It does not taste at all what I thought. That is
Guys, I
beautiful.
want you to try it. It's so beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm
so glad.
I want to drink this all summer long.
Yes. Hot
This
tea
is gorgeous.
summer.
What other types of tea do you think would work well in any kind of martini?
So I think something a little bit more robust, like a black tea or something like a more intensified green tea is good for infusions. So the flavors really pop when you put it in something that's a non-alcoholic
This is
distillate.
delicious. Delicious. All right, next up we're going to be making, I'm so excited to try this, a matcha colada.
Yeah.
And you're going to try with concentrated matcha tea, and it's going to float on top of our drinks. Take us through this one.
Okay, so first things first, I love pina coladas. Who doesn't love one?
Yes.
Especially a non-alcoholic, no guilty, no guilt. So what I'm gonna do, you already have the matcha teas made for you. How I prepare like a matcha concentrate is put some matcha powder in the bowl, a little bit of water like that. And what we're gonna do is whisk it. So it forms a little paste like that. And that's just going to kind of cascade through the drink. So we're gonna set it aside for now.
That's matcha powder.
Powder,
just
yeah.
water.
Just
and
water,
whisk.
exactly.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so what it does, it gives it a really nice like florality, a little bit of bittersweet element to it. It's really, really delicious. So in your big tin, we're gonna throw in a little bit of cane distillate. So kind of like a non-alcoholic rum sort of deal. So we're gonna throw that into your big tin right here.
Ooh, smells good.
Yeah.
Non-alcoholic rum.
Yeah, there you go. It's the
There's a whole world.
The whole world
The
out
whole
there.
world.
She's like,
Fascinating. okay.
okay, and then the second thing we're gonna throw in is a horchata. For those of you who know, a horchata is a rice-based beverage, so normally cooked down rice, a little bit of water, you can flavor it with cinnamon or cloves. Yeah, you wanna taste it.
professional does this.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I did was sweeten it. Again, a 2-to-1 sugar ratio, and we're gonna throw it in there.
Okay.
It's gonna give it some like really nice toasty notes, some nutty notes. It's gonna be fantastic. And then a little bit of lime juice.
Okay,
That's
I know
it.
this one.
Yeah, there you go.
Do we throw all the matcha in there?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
We're
Okay.
gonna do it
We just-
later. We're gonna
so
do
we
it later.
shake,
So
shake,
we're gonna
shake.
shake as well.
Okay.
You're pros, right? We're pros here.
Totally.
Okay, so now we're gonna strain it into a rocks glass that you have in front of you. There you go. Look at that color. So what?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So now we're gonna grab your little matcha, give it a whirl
Okay.
because the powder does settle, okay? And then we're just gonna pour it over and it's gonna cascade down the drink like this. Woo! There
That's
you go.
nice. Okay. All right.
That's yeah.
Very nice. Okay.
Right.
Cheers, cheers. Oh, yes.
This is wonderful.
Melly likes matcha. Yes. This is the one.
It's very
this
popular.
Is so great.
Wow.
So since matcha is such an intense flavor, what other cocktails would work well with this?
I usually do things that have a little bit more texture, a little bit more creaminess. So, you know, people loving a matcha latte, something like that. So in a gin sour or a non-alcoholic gin sour, something like that to add a bit of texture to it. It'll balance out the bitterness.
Okay, matcha's not everybody's cup of tea for some people.
Yeah.
So what else would work well in this colada?
You know, I would go the complete opposite. So something like a chamomile tea or chrysanthemum to pop up that like florality that you get from the horchata would work really well. And you can do it the same method. Just brew it in a concentrated form and then just float it on top.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh, this is your drink of summer, I feel.
That's it.
Yeah,
This is your
that
new
is
drink.
yours.
I'm done.
Okay, on to our last tea. It's a sweet tea drink, so tell us about it while we sip.
Okay, so this is kind of inspired by a Persian tea. So I used 4 ounces of an Earl Grey. So it's a creamer grade from a local tea purveyor called Genuine, and they do sustainably sourced teas, and I love them. And I added some aromatics to it. So there's like some rose petals, some cardamom, and a little bit of date sugar if you'd like. So if you take a sip, I kind of like did it a little bit ahead of time. You can serve it cold, you can serve it hot. Just throw everything in a teapot, and that's it.
It's very luxurious.
Super luxurious.
Now, you used Earl Grey in this drink, but what other types of tea would work well?
So you can also do something a little bit lighter, like a green tea that will kind of bring out a little bit more florality, or you can do something really smoky, like a lapsang souchong that has another depth of flavor as well. So you can play around with this recipe and kind of adjust the herbs as you go. Yeah.
And this one, you didn't use any non-alcoholic spirits in this drink, but if you were to add a non-alcoholic spirit, which one would you recommend?
Something like Lumet, a non-alcoholic gin, will be really good because it's got some citrus element to it, gives it a nice pop.
I have to just say, I know you have to do the extra, but someone who's almost 2 years without alcohol, this was a deep pleasure.
I'm so glad. Blew it out of the park. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for all of these beautiful summer sippers.
It's National Ice Cream Month, and today we're celebrating in an yes, round of applause. We're going to be celebrating in an unexpected way by pairing our favorite flavors with wine.
Oh my gosh, you heard that right. Isn't this interesting? Our next guest says wine and ice cream are the perfect summer doer. Here to tell us more is Natalie McLean, who offers Canada's most popular online wine classes. Welcome back, Natalie.
Okay, so I suspect, like our audience's reaction, a lot of people at home are also wondering, like, how did pairing ice cream with wine become a thing? It's a trend, supposedly. So what makes these two so wonderful together?
Well, so why do we drizzle chocolate syrup on ice cream or even add rainbow sprinkles? Are they really necessary? No. But are they more fun for your tongue? Yes. So we're going to create some more flavor, fun combinations between wine and ice cream. Not only do we have to balance the sweetness and flavors between the two, but we're also dealing with those extra challenges of dairy content and temperature differences. But relax, because ladies, I'm taking you back to Sunday school, and I'm going to give you the scoop on how to handle
See what you did there.
handle any combination. I'm sorry, I wrote my dissertation on ice cream puns.
You never thought you'd be able to use it, but you got to today. We love your puns. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can guess the proper pairings before we actually taste them. And we have 5 flavors of ice cream and 5 types of wine, and you're giving us 20 seconds to make our matches. Sin, are you ready?
I'm ready. I got this.
Okay, start the clock.
All right,
Okay, so
ladies.
cava,
Let's
we've
see.
got
Okay,
coffee, pistachio,
Right,
rocky
she's
road,
on, she's
strawberry.
on the
I'm gonna go like this.
Now this is where I get into trouble.
Yeah, I'm getting a little. I'm gonna go. Oh my
that was fast!
Yes, 8, 7.
Whoa!
5, 4, 3, 2,
Pretty good.
1.
All right.
Oh, that was fast. That was a fast 20 seconds. Holy, let's see how ours
fast.
differ. I'm so
Yes.
curious to see.
I'm looking at you
we
too.
did.
We did some that are the same, different. I have justifications. Do you?
I do.
No ice cream shaming.
I know.
These are some interesting combos.
So Derek actually is here, and he's going to bring out the first ice cream flavor for us to taste, Natalie. While you tell us what this first pairing is. I'm guessing we're starting with the cava.
That's right.
Okay.
We've got cava and
What is it? What is it?
pistachio ice cream.
Oh my God, he's so sweet.
What a helpful young man.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to do this. Anyway, so we got pistachio ice cream. We're starting with that because it has a nutty flavor
I
like
thought
almonds.
strawberries and
Exactly.
cava.
No.
Wrong.
That's so weird.
Okay.
I got that one right.
Okay, don't do that with the ice cream.
okay,
though.
yeah.
That's painful. So it's a drier ice cream, so it better pairs with dry wines, like this Villa Conchi Cava from Spain. It's sparkling. What do you guys think of the combo?
It's nice. It's lovely.
I love it. I
Can't go
like the
wrong
play
with
on the
these.
tongue.
Yeah, it is.
You are totally right. The pistachio, it is like a drier.
It is drier among all the flavors that we're going to taste today.
I love it. I think
Yeah.
it's a successful pairing.
Good.
Okay, so Derek, come on out with our second ice cream flavor. Natalie, which one is this one?
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we have got this lovely Chloe Rosé from California. We are pairing it with strawberries. The strawberry notes in the ice cream bring out the field berry notes in the rosé. I thought this would be an easy one, you know, like a soft
We both
serve.
failed. You failed.
I did fail because that was just 20 seconds too fast. And I just was laying out the cards. This makes so much sense.
It makes
this
so
is like
much
a
sense.
marriage.
It does.
It does,
They're gonna last a long time.
Exactly.
These two are gonna be very happy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking that combination was so easy it would be like a soft serve, but that's anyway. Okay, lost them. But anyway, I would also pair this wine with raspberry, cherry, or even tutti frutti, which is like all fruits from Italian ice cream.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out what the third combination is.
Okay.
This is the Chardonnay.
Ready? Here comes
Derek, come on out.
Derek the helpful. All right. Okay, cool. Okay.
Oh my God.
So we are going with this buttery Chardonnay.
Yes. Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you.
All right. With butter pecan ice cream. So the buttery honey notes in the ice or in the wine go really well, I think, with the butter pecan. The pecans add a bit of bitterness, which is a nice offset to the sweetness of the ice cream. And so I think this is a better combination than, say, butterscotch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would also pair this lovely wine with sea salt caramel.
Oh my gosh, that
yes.
would be good. This might be my favorite pairing
too. I
so
was just
far.
about to say the same
I love
thing.
this one
I love
together.
it too.
It's
This is
so
my favorite
good.
so
Isn't
far.
it great?
I don't
butter
wanna
on butter.
Yeah, it's so delicious. I don't want to stop eating this combo, but we do have another combo. What's up next?
Derek.
Derek.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
So we are going with this Cabernet.
Thank you very much.
And we are going to pair it with coffee ice cream. Okay, so this is the conundrum from the Wagner family in California, and I'm daring to pair it with coffee ice cream.
I haven't had coffee ice cream in ages. It is worth
Isn't it great?
a visit. It
I
is so
love
good.
coffee ice cream
it's
so
like
much. I used to
mocha
get it as
rich.
a kid, which is makes zero sense.
Yeah, that's right.
Coffee ice
with a black coffee.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice? Because this wine has notes of like dark fruit, toasty oak, and coffee. So it has a little bit of residual sweetness, so you want that.
Really magical.
It's really magical. It's almost emotional, isn't it?
Cynthia, is it safe to say that this is blowing our minds?
blowing my
Like,
mind.
these are such incredible.
Okay, so by process of elimination, we know what our final pairing is. Actually, I don't even remember what it is anymore. It is
What's
going
left?
to be what is left. It's
Rocky Road.
Rocky
There you
Road.
go.
Rocky Road. So Derek, come on, bring it out. Why
All
does
right,
why does this
Derek.
combination? Yes.
Sir. Okay.
Thank you.
So we have
Thank you.
our sweetest combination, our strongest flavors for the last. That's how you always want to do wine. You kind of go up sensorially. So we've got this beautiful tawny port from Portugal with all its glorious caramel almond flavors. And then we've got it with Rocky Road ice cream. And the chocolate swirls around those heavenly sort of pillows of marshmallows.
Yeah.
Different.
I don't know where that came from. Anyway, but it's a heavenly combination. I would also pair this with chocolate raspberry swirl or cookie dough.
Oh my God. So essentially, you need something rich. You need something rich in here to keep up with this richness.
Exactly, because the wine has more alcohol than regular wine, so it has like 20% alcohol. It's a fortified wine, or bringing out the strength. Table wine's about 13%, but it's also got extra sweetness. So it's actually probably one of the most versatile wines to pair with any flavor.
Oh my gosh.
So
I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much. I want to take this backstage and just enjoy it in private, don't you? This was so good. Two of my favorite things, seen now in a brand new light.
Yes.
Thank you, Natalie.
Who says fine wine has to come in a bottle? With the rise in popularity of ready-to-drink beverages, taking delicious vino on the go has never been easier.
But this wondrous new reality raises a question, and that is, how do you know which cans are worth trying? Our next guest will tell you. Here to share her favorite canned wines for summer sipping is sommelier Beverly Crandon. Welcome back to the show.
So, Beverly, turn up their noses thinking about drinking wine that doesn't come in the bottle with the cork experience. But you're here to poke holes in that theory.
Absolutely. You know, there is this myth out there that wines in cans are far inferior than a wine in a bottle, and that is not true. Today, we're going to have a bunch of canned wines, and you're going to see multiple expressions of it and get a chance to understand the different types of quality of these wines. Ooh. I mean, one thing you have to say before we even get into drinking it, the canned wine industry in the United States is worth $241 million today, and is projected to be at $700 million by 2030. So it's not going away. Absolutely. Yeah. So you have producers and wineries and winemakers who are in the can game and the bottle game. Yep. And they know with market growth, you have to produce some quality stuff in this can, especially if you're going to put your logo.
Yeah,
on it, right?
That's right.
So yeah,
they've got their reputations to consider.
Exactly.
And I mean, I absolutely love wine. I also love beverages that come in canned form. So I'm very happy to be here
all
today.
about this.
I'm very excited. But other than the receptacle itself, like, what do we need to know about wine in terms of difference coming in a can versus a box or a bottle? Like, is the actual wine any different?
The wine is not different.
The
only difference is just volume, right? Like, the bottle obviously has more. The can is meant for your individual consumption. But listen, let me tell you something, okay?
Yeah.
A can of wine is not the equivalent to a glass of wine. So like
this one's more.
Boom, a 350 ml can is like 2 glasses of wine. So do not drink the can thinking, they're like, I'm all about that.
Yeah.
It's not one glass. And then the smaller ones are like a glass and a half. So they're a little more.
That's in the bar business what we'd call a heavy pour. That's a heavy pour. Okay, tell me a little bit about the first wine that we've got here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first wine is actually from a local winery, a winery named Between the Lines. It's their BTL Pink, and it's a sparkling wine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly, made in the Charmat method. I often say that rosé, so it's a rosé wine as well, as you can see. I often say that rosé is like a double-duty summer wine. Like, you can chill it on a hot day and then drink it so refreshing, but it pairs so well with so much food because of its structure, like its tannins, its acidity, and so forth. And the Between the Lines sparkling, the BTL Pink, checks all the boxes, right? So you've got like pear in there, some strawberry in there, some rhubarb. Yeah, and that nice little bubbles on your tongue is quite lovely.
It'll shock you to know I'm not a sommelier, but that's what I'd call a delicious beverage.
There you go. There you go.
Cheers to that. It really is. Now, you've brought a second rosé, but this one's not sparkling.
No, it's a still rosé. So this one is called the Hogwash Rosé, and it's from California, from a company called Amulet Winery. And I will say this wine, I love it because it's light, it's fun, it doesn't take itself too seriously. As a matter of fact, it came to be because in 2004, the winery owner was having a barbecue and he poured this wine for his friends. It wasn't on the market. They loved it. They were eating a pork dish, and they joked that the hog is being washed down really nicely with the wine.
Oh my gosh,
so
I love
that's the
that.
name. So the name is hogwash. But on this one, it reminds me of a lovely summer citrus salad and great ginger and exotic citrus on the palate. It's quite lovely.
Here's a quick bougie question. I'm so used to drinking wine out of a glass that I'm like, do you still do the little bit of like?
No,
aeration? No, just drink it. Just drink the
wine. Exactly. It's meant that you and I are in the park, we're sitting down having some casual wine, and we're just gonna drink it and have conversation, have fun.
You know, it's not bougie as you finish it and you like crush it against your
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Never ever do this at home. Okay, this is a really nice one you have for us, right?
Yeah, so this is different. So now we're going on to some sake, right?
Oh.
And I mean, so your canned consumption doesn't have to be limited to just wine. You could also have sake.
So cute.
And so this one is from Soto Sake. It's their Junmai, premium Junmai sake. For all my sake drinkers, it doesn't miss a beat. It gives you everything you want, like that umami on the palate. There's some cucumber, a slight nuttiness, but really great as well. If you're going to the park and going to have snacks, you could have the option of having some sake.
Oh, it is umami.
Yeah.
How does sake tie in with wine?
So why I chose to bring sake in today is because the alcohol by volume is very similar. It is also an alcohol made from a fermented chemical process like wine.
Yeah.
And you know what? A lot of people use sake in their food pairings. And so I'm like, if you're going to the park, you got some snacks, here are some options, and sake is one of them.
I love it. I like this, how this one opens. Better. It's better for bougie Jess.
Yeah, you can. The opening's bigger.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the white wine you have for us to try here.
Right, so another local winery called Legends Estate, and this is their farm-to-table white. What I like about Legends, and if you've had Legends wine before in a bottle, They are vegan, they are minimalist,
Nice.
and the same thing applies to what's in the can. And this is Gewürztraminer and Sauvignon Blanc, highly aromatic.
This
You
is
got that?
gorgeous. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
very lovely.
This
That
would be
is-
fun with spicy food, no?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
And you've got a red from the same winery,
Yes,
too?
so
Yeah.
Legends also produces their farm to table red, which is Merlot and Malbec. And this is important to note because a lot of people think canned wine, you only get rosé or white wine.
Right.
But here's a red that shows beautifully from Legends Estates.
Would you
That is
chill
really
this?
nice.
This doesn't feel chilled, but would you chill it?
I would do the same for this as I would a bottle. My light-bodied reds, 15 degrees. Fuller bodies, 20 degrees.
Wow.
Oh, that's a nice rule.
100%.
I like that.
Very
This
simple.
Is delightful.
Wine made simple. Ah, look at that, in a can, and there you go.
Wow.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I like it, too.
That's fantastic. Yeah.
My
Great
goodness.
stuff.
Yeah, here we go. So Beverly, we can't thank you enough. You didn't open up a can of worms.
Yeah.
You opened up a can of joy. Thank you so much. Cheers to
Thank you.
everyone.
Yes, cheers.
Remember waking up early on Saturday mornings, cartoons on the TV, and a big bowl of your favorite childhood cereal in hand? Well, we might be adults now, but that sweet cereal milk is still just as good.
Absolutely, and only now it's getting a grown-up twist. Today, we're taking a trip down memory lane into the fun and flavorful world of cereal milk cocktails. And here to turn breakfast into happy hour, right, is the founder and beverage director of Liquid Culture, Monica Carbonella's in the house. Good to see you, Monica.
Can we start off by saying how this happened? How did cereal milk go from the cereal bowl to our cocktail glass?
Yeah.
I think we have Milk Bar in New York to thank for that. Christina Tosi, that award-winning pastry chef. So with that, I also think that bartenders are looking to experiment a little bit more with the dairy cocktails.
Yeah.
And this is a great way of really getting creative because there's so much limitless cereal flavors. So
Yeah, speaking of so much, okay, so how do we know which cereal to select?
Yeah.
So when choosing the cereal, I like to make sure that the flavor is pronounced and can stand out, okay? So think of the base and then think about what spirit and cocktails you think are gonna nicely match with the flavor.
Okay, before we start drinking, we're gonna eat, which is really, really good news.
Yes, we should fill our
Hope the
stomachs with
stomach
food.
a bit. And your first creation, you've come up with the ultimate mashup. 2 cereals, and they are Captain Crunch.
My favorite.
One of my favorite too. And Fruity Pebbles, which I can't remember. I think
Right?
this is gonna be delicious. But how did you turn them into boozy cereal milk ice cream?
Yes. So I think I'm not the only one who would mix the 2 different flavors together in terms
No,
of
remember
to
doing that?
cereal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just bring the best of both worlds. I infuse it with rum, and this ice cream recipe is absolutely my favorite.
This is dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Because it tastes so good, right? And you don't taste the alcohol, this is dangerous.
Yes, so we're using rum. So we're using Gosling Black Seal rum because I really like the fact that it has a bit of that aged rum experience and also the spice rum, but not being too sweet. I'm obsessed with this. I can't get enough. So.
No, I totally get it. Okay, so how can you play around with the cereal milk ice cream?
Well, why not have a little Sunday party?
That's what
Let's
I'm
make a
talking
little bit
about.
of topping, mix it up, even make it a party with your friends. And even with the ice cream recipe, you can mix it up with fresh fruit if you'd like. And I share 2 different ways on creating it at home too.
And why did you choose rum to go with this guy?
Well, think of it, like we have rum cake for a reason,
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
Rum is a perfect base and a great example of bringing out the spices, the flavors in a very little amount of liquid. And for me, I hate using alcohol if it's not gonna amplify or complement the spirit, like what you're creating.
Yeah.
So this, I think, is a great base.
Okay, so would other types of alcohol work with this ice cream as well, though?
You could. Well, I've done ice cream booze with other things. Like I've done gin, lemon, and olive oil together. A nice vanilla base, like with cognac, is perfect. So just think about those complementing notes in the spirits.
Okay, let's get on to the drinks. And I'm fascinated by this first one because it's a clarified cocktail made with raisin bran. So controversial cereal choice, am I right? So Monica, let's start by explaining what is a clarified cocktail.
Well, first off, like secrets out, I loved raisin bran growing up. Okay? I zhuzh it up with more raisin and apple,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, you do your thing.
Yeah.
But a clarified cocktail is basically you're removing the cloudiness and a lot of the color is removed, okay? And it creates a very silky, velvety texture through milk wash, and that's where the cereal component comes in.
Okay.
So basically, treat this as a spa for your cocktails and it helps extend its like shelf life. So to make a clarified cocktail, basically you have the cream bowl, okay?
Yeah.
You add your cocktail ingredients, stir it up, put it into the fridge, okay? You just strain it through a coffee filter, and that is it.
That's it.
I love this for a party because you can do this cocktail days in advance. So all you have to do just to serve is pour it over ice.
It's so nice
brilliant.
for brunch.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm
everything.
holding this because I can't wait to try it. So this drink is called the Raisin the Heat.
Yeah.
Tell us about this specific cocktail that you made for us.
So it's using a Canadian brand here.
Ooh,
It's Laneway vodka, and I infused it with the raisin here. So that's what's going on here. I love raisin infused vodka. It's actually something I got. Yeah, it's so good, right? It's so good. It's so good.
It's hitting the spot.
So
And then you tell, keep going.
yeah, so there's vodka, there's infused vodka with Laneway. You have pineapple, lime, lots of bitters, and simple syrup, and then obviously it's filtered through the milk. So that heat is a salt and jalapeno rim.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
That rim.
Yeah. It's
Is
spicy.
nice.
It's spicy.
It's a spicy, spicy rim.
Yep.
Hey, so our final two drinks are made with an orgeat syrup.
Orgeat, yeah.
Orgeat syrup infused with cinnamon toast crunch
Yeah.
cereal. Come on.
Okay.
So explain that for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one, we got the espresso martini, right? Well, the orgeat in general is a very classic cocktail syrup. It's almond based. So this time I use whole milk, almond extract, and I infuse the cinnamon toast crunch with sugar, and you just simmer that over the stovetop and strain it. So I wanted an easy approach because I know this isn't, a little daunting for some.
Yeah.
So it's a great way of introducing the cereal milk concept. So.
All right, so first we're gonna try this syrup with a espresso whiskey martini, right?
Yes.
Okay, talk to us when we're drinking.
For me, this is called barrel and bean. You should be mixing whiskey with your espresso martinis. It is game changing, and I use Grant's blended scotch. It has the vanilla notes, it has the honey. It's delicious. And we have the Dylan's coffee liqueur you want to mix with because they're fabulous, and with that orgeat syrup. I know.
Yeah, this
My
is-
mom loves this.
This is
dangerous.
Yeah.
Another dangerous drink where it's like, ooh, this is going down
it
smooth.
hits.
Mama, okay, so you've used the syrup in a riff on a gin fizz as well. Tell us about this one.
Yeah, so the Rainbow Gin Fizz is a very classic cocktail, and I use it, I call it the breakfast in the cloud, by the way.
Okay.
So I love it as a breakfast concept. So you mix orange, lemon. The gin I'm using is a local gin called Spring Mill, and it's just bright, fresh, creamy, which you don't really think about, but it's really delicious.
Yeah.
And it uses orange blossom water because the traditional uses rose water, but because I wanted to play with the breakfast, I added the orange.
We appreciate
Yeah,
that.
you're
All right.
welcome. You're
So we've
welcome.
tasted both, so Jess, which of the two is your favorite?
That's like asking someone to pick who their favorite kid is.
No,
I can't do
You
that.
have, you know
But you
what?
are.
The parents have an answer. They just don't want to say it out loud. So which one's your-
Exactly. Do you
Which
know?
one's-
I don't know. I truly don't. I think they're perfect for like different occasions.
Yes, yes.
But this guy coming home on a Friday night.
I'm like, I'm holding my
hello.
favorite child right now. All right, so how else could you put this syrup into use, my dear?
Guys, why don't we put it in our coffees? Anywhere that you have like cream or sugar that you need, like you just add a splash of this orgeat syrup. It's amazing.
What a great idea.
Listen, it's a
Not
fantastic
for us
idea.
specifically,
Not
but for
today.
everyone else.
Yeah.
Monica, thank you so much. You blew our minds
job.
once again. Fantastic. Listen, if you want to try Monica's recipes for yourself, head to our YouTube page to find them after the show. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers! All right, welcome back, everyone. More than a dozen countries make up the Caribbean, each with its own dialect, history, food, and culture. But one tradition connects every island: Carnival, a festival and grand celebration of resilience and liberation.
So in preparation for Carnival kicking off this weekend in Toronto, our next guest is bringing us cocktails from the islands that we can make right at home. So please welcome back to the show hospitality expert, Christina Vieira.
Hey, good to have you.
Thanks for having me
All right,
back.
so I see a lot of good drinks on this table, but before we dive in, you say that there is a secret to crafting the perfect Carnival drink, cocktail. What is it? Talk to us.
So a lot of people think of Caribbean cocktails as maybe what they get at the resort, but there's so much more of a nuance in flavors. It's not just something being sweet with a few fruit juices. There's also a lot of like bittering agents. There's a lot of other like texture, all of this. So I try to incorporate that from spices to barks to including still fresh fruits and different kinds of sugars and beyond.
Okay. Love it. Okay. So we're starting on the island that's considered to be the birthplace of Carnival, which is Trinidad. What have you brought for us today?
All right, so...
Yeah, Trinidad in the house.
So we have the Freaky Money. So it has the Angus...
Freaky Money?
Freaky Money.
Okay.
It's named after my favorite RuPaul song.
Okay, love it.
So it's with the Angostura White Oak, which as well as Campari, some chocolate liqueur, guava, coconut syrup, a lot of Angostura bitters, and then some Carib lager.
It's so nice. Can you break down the history of some of the flavors that we're tasting?
Yeah, so we're using Angostura White Oak, which is a white rum. It's the only white rum we're having today. It's made in a Spanish style, which means that it's aged, but then the color is stripped out, which makes it like really more floral, grassy, lighter, often with coconut water, but also can be without. Some Campari, which is popular in the States, again, the Caribbean, which is sweet and bitter, chocolate, cacao. Angostura has all these like spice notes, and again, the lager adds some maltiness and some texture.
Yeah, it's really good. If you like a light, fruity drink that feels good on a warm day, that is a perfect drink. All right, so next we're heading to Guyana to sip a Royal Old Fashioned. So talk to us about this drink.
All right, so in this drink, we have El Dorado 12-year.
Oh, wow.
And then we have a syrup that's made from mauby bark, cinnamon, sarsaparilla bark, and Jamaican tea chocolate.
Oh, Lord, all right. That's gonna put some hair on your chest. All right, so talk to us about this 12-year-old rum that's in this drink. Oh my gosh.
So a lot of people think about aging spirits when they think about Scotch, but because the Caribbean is so hot and so humid, when you have something that's a 12-year like the El Dorado, it actually is aged much closer to a 30-year-old in the continental aging of Scotland. And we call this tropical aging when it comes to rum.
It's beautiful.
It's really good.
And you normally don't love a rum unless it's mixed in. That one's very forward rum, but it's actually quite like, I don't know, caramelly.
Doing the
It's
job.
beautiful. How did you make that syrup?
So, but one thing that's nice about this rum is it has Demerara sugar, which is what El Dorado's known for, and I use Demerara sugar in the syrup itself.
Demerara sugar.
Demerara sugar.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone here likes Demerara sugar. Okay.
So next, we're heading to Jamaica to try a classic black cake, but in cocktail form.
I cannot
Do
wait.
tell.
I love black cake, so I cannot wait to try this one. Talk to us.
Yeah, so black cake, for those who don't know, it's used at like weddings, at Christmas. It's like a Caribbean fruit cake, but way better. So for this one, we use Appleton 8-year. We use Cointreau, so an orange liqueur that's infused with prunes, currants, cherries, raisins, which is the black cake flavors. We have a little bit of orgeat, we have some lime, and again, we have some Angostura bitters. Caribbean people love our bitters. And this is a black cake Mai Tai.
It's a good thing I'm walking home, boy, because this tastes so good. I was curious about how the black cake was gonna taste in a drink form. This is incredible. This is so
I don't know that like the words for it, but it's like so like bitter, but like in the best way possible.
Yes.
Anyway, very nice.
It's very nice. All right, so I have to put this drink down? Okay. So our next stop, we're going to Barbados, that is enjoying crop over right now. They're known for hosting one of the most colorful carnivals in the Caribbean. So tell us about the drink that you made called the Cane Choppa cocktail.
All right, so we're using our Bajan rum. So we're using Mount Gay Eclipse. We have some coconut cream, some peanut butter, a little bit of smoked sea salt, and some Royal Extra Stout beer.
I like this
Oh my
one.
gosh.
That's good. Sorry.
The peanut butter. It's so peanutty. I
It's
love
like peanut
it.
punch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a riff on a peanut punch.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
it's
God,
really
it's
good.
a super unique combination of flavors for a drink. So what's the historical significance of this?
All right, so with this one, I got a lot of inspiration, not only from peanut punch, from the idea that a lot of the people who are chopping down sugarcane making these rums, they drink things like peanut punch, or they have stout after work. It gives them a lot of like calories, it gives them a lot of protein. It's really nice and rich. So I wanted to do a riff on that and pay homage to that tradition, especially with Barbados being one of the oldest rum producing nations in the Caribbean.
It's like peanut punch with a little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
It's
These
very
are
good.
so creative. Christina, thank you so
thank you.
much for these inspiring drinks. Love them.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, from maple syrup to whiskey, Canada produces some of the world's finest spirits and liquors. So we thought, what better way to celebrate the country's rich cocktail heritage than trying some ourselves?
Yes, of course. And here with some delicious drinks using 100% homegrown ingredients is the founder and beverage director of Liquid Culture, Monica Carbonell is back in the house.
Welcome back.
Good to see you. Good to see you, my
So
dear.
nice to
good
see
be
you.
back. Yeah.
And listen, you had to get a bit creative with some of today's recipes to make sure that they're 100% Canadian, right?
Yep. And you know what? That's all thanks to Canadians because they were creative and innovative, and substituting those lemons and limes actually wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be. And honestly, Canada has so much to offer. We don't have just whiskey. We have a plethora of spirits. We have a thriving wine industry, and the non-alcoholic space is doing so well. So I'm happy to explore that.
Good stuff. All right, so let's start strong in the Yukon with a drink called the Yukon Fashion. What's this drink all about?
Okay, so first off, Canada makes single malts, okay? That I know is rare to hear.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're not calling it a scotch, but two brewers out in Whitehorse, Yukon territories is making award-winning whiskeys. Like, they are very good. So we built a maple, apricot, and blackcurrant old-fashioned. Give that a taste.
Ooh, that's nice.
Now with this,
that goes down well.
We're in trouble. Okay, continue.
So with this, we have so many beautiful components. We got the maple, like the syrup is very simple. It's maple, blackcurrant, and apricot. So you got a quality maple syrup, which did you know that Quebec makes 72% of the world's supply? Like it's an insane amount.
72%? Staggering.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And then we have the apricot to help bring the notes of the whiskey. Yeah. And then we have the blackcurrant, which substituted the orange, because I love an orange and old fashioned.
Yes.
But we had to substitute that, and I added blackcurrant instead.
Love it. All right, so next up, we're heading to BC to sip the green currant. Talk to us about this drink. What's in this one?
So think of this as a Collins meat beer cocktail. It's quite unique. Yeah.
Sorry, cheers.
Here we go.
Okay.
It is quite unique. There's definitely a beautiful seaside influence with it, with the seaside gin from Sheringham Gin,
like this one?
and the Unibrow Blanche de Chambly wheat beer, which is coming out of Quebec.
Yeah, I'm not a beer lover, but this is pretty good.
I like
really
beer
nice.
cocktails a lot.
And I like how the beer actually brings out some of the seaside flavors as well. Like you'll find that's wing kelp here. That's what they use in one of their botanicals for that gin.
Okay.
So just smell it, yeah. It's the earthiness.
Smells like outside.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And listen, you know that citrus component I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we don't make it, but in Quebec, Prosecco makes these syrups and substitutions and ingredients. So I'm gonna make you taste this like citrus substitution.
Ooh,
you see what I mean?
That's a punch.
That's a hit. You only need a little bit for it to go a long way.
Wow. It's a little tart.
Yeah,
I
like
need
it.
to wash it down. Where's my whiskey?
Yeah.
4 glasses.
Oh my gosh. All right, so now let's travel to Alberta to try the Rye in the Sky. I love the name of this drink, so talk to us about it.
So this is a paper plane inspired cocktail, obviously making it all Canadian. That was probably the most challenging cocktail, but we are using an Alberta rye, and this is, the Rifle Rye, it's 91% rye base, which there is a bit of confusion in terms of Canadian whiskey and rye. So important to get something nice and punchy. Then we have Dylan's Amaro. They have a black walnut Amaro, which has like anise notes to it that I love. And the non-alcoholic sector, like I brought up the Noah because that substitutes the Aperol that you find in the paper plane. And then I put in a little bit of grapefruit.
All right, so you say there are misconceptions when it comes to Canadian whiskey. What are those misconceptions?
Well, people interchange it. Like they say, oh, I want a rye or I want a Canadian whiskey, assuming that it is a rye.
It's true.
But it's not. A lot of times, actually, it could be other grains and bases, and rye is only a very small but impactful influence. So it's important to just make sure where you're buying from, talk to the distillers, do your little bit of research. This one's a fantastic one from Alberta. So.
Okay,
and was the Noah a non-alcoholic? Is that what you
Yeah, it's
said?
non-alcoholic Aperol.
Okay, I love finding out about the non-alcoholic
Yeah.
spirits because I've switched to a lot less drinking.
Yeah,
so
which is great.
You haven't stopped, though.
Yeah,
Not
to be
today.
clear, she hasn't stopped
Not
drinking.
today.
Just a little less. Okay.
Yeah, we're managing it. We're
That's
balancing
right.
it out.
That's
so.
right. Okay, well, lastly, let's head to the Maritimes. How do you make the rose rum sour?
Okay, so this one's quite interesting. It's the Newfoundland Distillery Gunpowder and Rose Rum. And
Sorry, what?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you say gunpowder?
Yes,
Is
yes.
it gunpowder?
No, it's charred birch that really adds in that
I gotta
influence.
ask.
And it's honoring the history behind rum in the Maritimes. So you add this, we add a brandy because rum and brandy really works well together. Isn't it beautiful
This
sour?
is my favorite.
Yeah. We got
This
apple
is
cider, we
got a
got
punch.
verjus. It's one of my favorites.
It's got a high kick to it.
Yeah.
And this feels like it would be good in the summer, but also the fall.
Yep, because of the apple cider that I
Yeah,
put
some
in there.
warming.
So,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right, so is there an egg white substitute that we can use?
So you can. There's aquafaba, which is leftover chickpea flour.
It's chickpea water.
Yes,
Chickpea canned water.
Exactly.
Aquafaba sounds way better.
Yeah, I know. It doesn't sound as
But
gross.
it's not honest. It's chickpea canned water, everybody. Aquafaba. Okay.
But we got foam bitters as well, if that is too much for you.
So what might surprise people to know about rum's influence in the Maritimes specifically?
So rum actually has a huge influence in the Maritimes because they used to trade salt fish for Caribbean rum. And during Prohibition, they were, specifically Nova Scotia, the hub for rum running. So it has a very rich culture. That's why I think Newfoundland Distillery is really honoring that with their gunpowder rose rum.
And I love saltfish and rum.
So yeah,
a lot of things.
Maybe that's an infusion that we needed.
I love that. All right, Monica, thank you so much. This was delicious. Thank you again. Always great information.
Oh, you're welcome.